Hey everybody, thanks a lot for clicking on this video. Look how far down that transmission oil pan sticks. That thing is a speed bump magnet. You can't even slip a 2x4 under it at ride height. So in this video, I'm going to be swapping it out to gain some ground clearance, and I'm going to show you which internal parts are different between a deep and shallow pan Turbo 400. So here in the middle is the truck Turbo 400 pan that came on my transmission. Over here is the B&M pan that I initially swapped to. Really good high quality pan. And then here is the pan that I'm going to try next. So this is a stamped steel pan, and it is the shallow profile. So here you can see there's a notable height difference between all three pans. So this is the shallow profile that would have come on a Turbo 400 that came in a car. Specifically, I once upon a time had a 73 Corvette with a Turbo 400, and I know it came with a shallow pan like this. I don't know whether the big boat full-size cars like Caprice or Monte Carlo, I don't know if they would have had a shallow pan or a deep pan, but I know a C20 truck has a deep pan and a 73 Corvette has a shallow pan. So if you're looking for parts and you need models to put in, you can use 73 Corvette or 1980 C20. Now, to accommodate the deep and shallow pan, the filter tubes and filter bolts are different. So you can see there's roughly an inch difference. The truck filter tube is longer, so it puts the filter down into the bottom of the deeper pan. And likewise, the filter bolt, that shoulder bolt there, is about an inch longer. And the way it works is the bolt torques up against the valve body, and then this shank portion here, that shoulder, the filter can ride up and down on that. So it provides a little bit of wiggle room for the filter so that the filter can always flop down into the bottom of the pan. If there's any little differences in the depth of the pan or the thickness of the gasket or whatever, it just lets the filter go all the way down into the bottom. And so then they just simply have a longer shouldered bolt for the deep pan, and then they have this sleeve, which is just a piece of tubing about an inch long. That sleeve rides on the upper portion of that shoulder, so it kind of takes the place of where the valve body would have been. So on a shallow pan, the valve body comes to here, and then there's that bit of wiggle room. So on the deeper pan, the valve body is going to be up here, and then you have the sleeve, and then it provides that same amount of wiggle room between the sleeve and the head there. When searching online, I find a lot of parts for the deeper pans, and I find a lot of people trying to swap to a deeper pan. Not much information on swapping to a shallower pan. I did see that there are some metal reproductions of the filter tube, but I didn't find any information online about the dimensions of what this bolt should be. So I ended up buying these used original ones from Frank's Pontiac Parts on eBay. So if you're trying to swap to a shallow pan and you don't want to scour the earth for an original bolt, you can just find a 1 inch long 5/16 bolt and then 3/8 of an inch of 3/8 outside diameter tubing to slide over it to serve as the shoulder. When you go to slide this tube in, if you don't know which is up and which is down, the engineers have kindly idiot-proofed it for us. guys, we've obviously gained a lot of clearance here. So the transmission pan is now at least level with the engine oil pan, and it no longer sticks down below this K-member. So anything that the K-member makes it over, the engine and transmission are going to make it over as well.